Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to day 2 on Project Flow. We need to get these mechanicals done, get it MOT'd. Let's get on with it straight away, let's go. Okay, jacked up, wheel off, having a look underneath. So we know that this failed the MOT for the bottom arm, and as you can see, I think one of them, it actually said the rubber had fallen out. I must be the other side, because that's not come out, but it's raised up. There's no banging coming from it. No banging coming from it at all. Can't remember which one it was, to be honest, whether it was... Have a look at this one. Yeah, not in good order, are they really? That one's not split. So track control arms, track rod ends are okay. Shocks are, yeah, shocks are good. Pads are quite low. They're probably about a quarter left. So, and this is a little bit lipped, but it's a bit on the rusty side, isn't it? So you know what? I think I'm going to do discs and pads. I think I will. This was a failure as well. Look at the state of it. Look at the state of that. Bald on the outside, bald on the inside. Completely bald on the inside. All right in the middle. So whether that means it's not balanced or tracking's out or something. The steering wheel's alright, so I probably will get the tracking checked. See how, because they do a free check, don't they? It might not be out, but I don't trust these free checks, because I think they're always going to say it's out. And it's quite expensive, 75 quid. Although Quick Fit only charged me 60 quid last time. Whether that's set a precedent now or not, I don't know. But yeah, let's we'll get the other side up in the air, get the other wheel off, have a look at that side, and then we'll take the bumper off. It's got to come off at some point, so it might as well be now. Right, okay, so as you can see, bumper is off, bottom bar is off. The bottom arm I've got is for that side, so I'm going to do that bottom arm. I'll have to order the other ones shortly. They'll probably come next week. At least I'll get one done. And then what I'll do is, I won't do the brakes that side, because I'm going to put a new hub on that side, but I will do the brakes that side. Just gets it done, doesn't it? So we're doing bottom arm on that side, brakes on that side, and then when we get a new hub, I'll order one of those this afternoon, and I'll get the bottom arm, the other one ordered, and then we can get that completed as well. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to do pads and discs. Definitely pads, but I think it's a good idea to do the discs as well whilst we're in there. Right, that's the first one out. Which one did I say this? Well, I've got this one, haven't I? So I can put this one in. What a job that was to get out. I could not get that ball joint out. I just could not get that out. Now, I undid that one first, then that one, and that, oh my God, I don't know if it was the weight of it. I ended up jacking up the disc a bit. I didn't know if there was pressure on it. I mean, that's what it was like in there. I haven't done that. That's quite bad, isn't it? That's why it failed the MOT. But I was even struggling with the breaker bar to get that off. It took me probably 20 minutes to get that one bolt undone. I was terrified it was going to snap. I managed to end up finishing it off with the power wrench, but oh my God, what a pain. Clearly the originals. It's off now. So at least I've got one. I've ordered the others. I ordered another pair, and then I can just use the other side. So I'm not going to bother doing this. It's a shame that isn't the other side, actually, because at least I could have got one side completely done with the brakes. There's no point me doing the brakes this side, and because I've ordered a hub as well. So obviously the hub's got to go on. But at least we can get the bottom arm on, if nothing else. And then what we'll do is we'll go around the other side and we'll take the bottom arm out like we've just done, which is the difficult bit. and then we're then ready for the new one when it comes, which will obviously speed things up a little bit. Got to get 2 new tyres, haven't we? What was this tyre like? Did we look at this tyre? I can't remember. Yeah, it's all cracked, isn't it? Useless, both of these tyres. The other one obviously being bent, bald. We've got to get some. I'll see if I can get a couple of part ones rather than getting new ones. Last part one I got for the green car for Project Skippy, that was 25 quid. Was it 25 or 35? Yeah, it was 25, and that was the 15-inch. So he might do these for 20 quid if they've got any. Right, that's me done for the day. I am absolutely knackered. I've done me. I don't know where to start. Right, so we got the new arm in there. I've temporarily put that back on, just with the bolts loose, because obviously we need to line it up at the front before we tighten these bolts up. I've not bothered doing the brakes this side, as I said, because I've ordered a hub, so we've got to put the new hub on. On the other side, now remember I said on that back bolt I had real trouble getting it out. Same on this one. It was, even with the breaker bar, I just could not get it off. It was an absolute nightmare. Now where's the bolt? Is it one of those ones? I'm not sure which one it is now. But I don't know whether someone has used thread lock, and I don't know why they would, but there was all like white residue. I know the thread lock I've got is red. I've never actually even used it, but I don't know. I don't know. I've never ever experienced anything so ridiculous trying to get a bolt undone. Absolutely crazy. However, when we look at the state of it, look at that. I mean, I haven't done that. That's what it was like. Have you ever seen a bottom arm so destroyed? Actually, some of this white stuff is because the actual interior. Look at that. That's the. Is that? What is this chalky white stuff? That seemed to be what was stopping it coming out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's salt. You see it? You can see it, can't you? I think you can see it. It keeps going out of focus. But yeah. See, it's all on me. Look at the state of my hands. Look at the state of me. Oh my God, I've never been so filthy. So that was what started it coming out, but that is completely destroyed. Look, it's just literally come out of my hand. Never had one like that before. Unbelievable. So these are definitely the originals. And again, I'm gonna have to. I use one of these fork things to get these out, and I have bought a tool which is a great long bit of metal, and I can't figure out how you use it. But I need to get something to break these ball joints, because I must have spent 30 minutes trying to break that ball joint on that. I just could not get it out. Could not get it out. Absolute nightmare. And then these things. I used me little hammer on things, and then I couldn't get them off. And then one of them snapped. So yeah, it's been real fun and games today doing this. Not enjoyed this at all. It's very hot today, and I've done more than I wanted to do today, to be fair. I don't even know why I'm rushing so much, but, well, not rushing, but it would have been nice to have got it all done. But of course, as I say, we've got the old one out, the old bottom arm out, and we just wait for the new ones to come now, and then it'll be a nice easy job, easy-ish job of getting it back in. So brakes done this side, new pads. The brake pads, here's the pads. They've got some meat left, about quarter left. That one's a bit more than that, half maybe. And these aren't actually, I mean, they're lipped, but they're not too bad. I could have left them, but I think it's nice to put new ones on. Then I can say, you know, full service, new brakes, new bottom arms, new MOT. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be a really nice car, this is, when it's done. Okay, so weekend's been and gone. A couple of days of work, 3 days of work, and the weekend have been and gone. In that time, we've got the new additional, well, I bought 2 bottom arms. As you know, that one is on, except it's not pushed in. We've also got the hub that's come as well, so we've got to change that today. And we've got to do the brakes on there, that side. Brake's been done on this side, but no bottom arm yet. The old one's out, as you know, but the new one's not yet in. So first thing I'm going to do is get that bottom arm in. We can then, I was going to say put the wheel on, but I've got to go out and get some new tyres. But at least we can, you know, at least this side will be finished then. So I'm just going to get that done, and then we'll come back and yeah, we'll attack the other side. I'll show you the new hub that we've bought. For the time being, I'm going to have to reuse the nut on there because I haven't got a new nut. So I'm going to put the old one back on for the time being. I just hope it comes off okay. Obviously, I'm changing the brakes, so they're all coming off anyway. And hopefully it will be hopefully it will come off okay. I did have trouble last time and almost gave up and got Glenn to do it, but managed to get it off. Since then, Terry at TJ_salvage kindly gave me, just after I did that, kindly gave me a copper hammer, which obviously I will be using to hopefully get it off easily. We'll see. Right, we have unfortunately come to a standstill on this, which is most unfortunate. So problem I'm having with this, so I guess probably I've done this in the wrong order. What I should have done is not change the bottom arm and done this first. So the bottom arm is in front and back, not in down here, and so I've taken the disc off and the brakes off, and of course then I'm trying to get the nut off, which I can't get off, and also I had taken this off, and the nut or the thread on the arm has broken. So if you try and push that in, as soon as you move anything, it just pops out. Obviously we can't get a nut on it, so therefore when you're trying to get the nut undone, it's just moving around. So what I did is I put the wheel back on and tried to do it that way, and of course the wheel's just going as if, you know, the bottom arm's broken. I just can't get it undone. So what I've done is that hopefully, you just heard my phone then, I'm hoping that's Glenn the mechanic. I'm going to get him to do the cam belt on this, because I was going to do the cam belt on this, as you know, but, you know, I thought, you know, I've got there's things I'm trying to do, and I haven't got time to mess around, so I'm getting him to do it. I do still intend to do it at some point. Again, I know you're eager for me to do it. I'm not particularly. I will do it, and I don't really care when. I like Glenn doing it, but I will do it. Again, I don't know when, so forget about that for the time being. So I'm going to get Glenn to do the cam belt, and I'm going to get him to sort that out for me as well. So I can't get. I had an old drive shaft here with. That's the other side. Unfortunately, I've got one that side, which I was struggling to get off. But that one, again, probably because that's broken, I can't get that track rod end off. So I'm gonna buy an inner and an outer, and get Glenn to just put it all back together for me. A nuisance, really a nuisance, because the car can't move now, unfortunately. So there are obviously other things I can be doing. I've got to repair the bumper, I've got to do the bodywork and stuff like that. So it's not like I've come to a complete standstill, but I can't get it back down on its wheels. So it's really annoying, but it is what it is. So this afternoon, I'm going to go out this afternoon and get see if I can get some part-worn tyres for both of those two front wheels, and then what we're going to do is going to have a go at this. See if we can sort this out. You never know. I'm hoping if I have to fill it, you know, get the old what do you call it, the welding kit on it, and do it, I will do that. Obviously it doesn't help that it's on this line, but if we can improve this massively, you know, may even, well, I don't know, depends how much we're going to sell this for. Obviously we want to try and get it as good as possible, but I need to sort that. Okay, it's time to start doing this I was going to say this massive dent, these two massive dents. Actually it's a bit more than two, so we've got it all just there and just there. Obviously, as you can see, taking the light out, I've just stuck some cold glue on there just to as my first attempt. Let's just warm it up around the crown. Try that. It comes off straight away. We're useless. Not the best cold glue I've ever had. Doesn't seem to do very much. So we won't worry about that. On to plan B. I'm going to try it on the bottom one first. Yep, it worked. Yep. Yep. Got a bit of a kink there. I don't mind so much if it damages the paint. Let's try this one. Better. Wish I could find the small one. I don't know where that's gone. So that bit's more or less out. More or less. I'm hoping the hot glue might do the rest of it. I might have to do that on this. Let's give it a bit of a warm up. I think we maybe gone as far as we can go with this. Right, we've used the slide hammer, and I also stuck one of those on to put onto the line, which may be in the way of that. Yeah, so I think we'll have to do that one first. I don't think the line's going to be any good. I think I'm probably going to have to fill that and build that up. But we'll do this one first. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much cop that, but we'll try it with this. See if this does it any better. Actually, this the tab that I've used on here is actually too big. Too big for using this thing. Oh, it's a nuisance. What else have I got? No, I haven't. It's either the slide hammer or nothing because it won't fit. So I'll have to use that on smaller tabs. So we'll go again with the slide hammer. It's coming out. Oh yeah. Yep, that's come out there. I need to move over. Right, okay. That's actually worked. So we don't want to pull that anymore there. So we'll take that off. Yeah. Right, that's that. What I might end up doing is taking the paint off. Well, it depends how well it comes out. Is taking the paint off, as I've got to fill it anyway. If we take the paint off and then use the old welding machine to do it, that'll pull it out more probably. We might not need to. We've got a bit of a crown there. You can tell by the different noise it makes. And if your microphone picks that up, probably. But it sort of makes a different noise depending on where the tension is. So I have got a lot of it out, a hell of a lot of it out, but I don't think any more is going to come out, even pushing from the other side. It's not too bad, so I think we'll we'll rub that down. We'll get the paint off of that with a finger sander, actually no, we've got the thing that we can put on the angle grinder to grind that off, grind the paint off of there, and probably do it down here as well, and then get some filler in there. But brought that back quite well. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We'll try and improve it. But even looking that up close, that line's pretty good, isn't it? Considering that was pushed right in, that's not too bad. We're gonna have to, I'm still waiting to hear from Glenn. I've ordered, so I already had the stub axle that I bought. Let me just show you, which I bought from eBay. Not stub axle, what is it? The hub. Bit of a rusty old piece of, what's it, to be fair. So I've got that. But I've also ordered a what do you call it? Wheel bearing. So I've ordered a wheel bearing, and I've ordered an inner and outer track rod end. So I'll get Glenn to do those for me. Okay, so Glenn has been and gone. He got that nut off straight away with Big Dave. Big Dave is his Milwaukee proper professional thump gun, as I like to call it. Yeah, he's a professional, I'm not. So that is all now done. All I need to do is just put that back on and do up the bolts for the extension and properly tightly the bottom arm. He did say, do you want me to do that? I said, no, don't worry. I said, I'll do that. He's done the discs. He put the disc and pads on for me. I only needed to do he also managed to get just the outer as well. Didn't need to replace the inner. So I've got that as a spare now. He put the hub on that I bought from eBay. The other one hadn't come, and he said, to be honest, he said it's better if you've got one to do that. He said because he said sometimes they will take 10 tons of pressure. He said his press that goes up to 10 tons, and he said and sometimes it does take all of that amount of pressure to push those things out. He said, and you're supporting it on pieces of steel, cast steel. He said, and there is always a possibility it can snap. So he said, if you've got one, it's better to use it. So that's what he's done. He's put it on. The old one did make a noise when it was turning, so it is that. Hopefully it's not the gearbox or the drive shaft as well, but I think it's, I think we can safely say it is that. Cam belt's done. As you know, I was going to do it on this car, but because I needed him to do that, I decided to get him to do the cam belt as well. So I will be doing the cam belt on a future car. I'm not in any rush. I know you wanted me to do it, and I know you've been banging on about me doing it for ages, and I will do one, but not on this car. It's been done. What Glenn did find, he said, I pointed this out, he said, I don't know what it is. He said, it doesn't go anywhere, but we got this random bit of a lead. He said, there's nowhere for it to plug in, so I don't know what it's for. So I said, I wonder if it's, when they built this car, they had it in the parts bin, and it was one for an aircon car, and that might be the compressor connector. Might be, mightn't it? Can't think what else it can be. So I'm just going to cable tie that up there out of the way. Yeah, so that's that done. What we're going to do now, as I say, we're going to redo those bolts up, tighten them all up. We're going to clean, we got both front wheels off the ground, so I think what we'll do is we'll clean up underneath the wheel arches. We'll get all that cleaned. What else? Still got to do that connector there, got to fix that. I'll try and get that done today if I can. And then once we've done that, we'll get the front wheels back on, and we get down on the ground, we can move it then as well. Well, hey, at last, desperate to get this car moved. Okay, we're all back down on our wheels now. The wheels are all clean, back and front. All the wheel arches are all now clean, and the rear beam is all been wire brushed and painted with the rust proofer. Yeah, we now are coming on to do the headlights. So we are going to start off with an 800 grit, and we're going to progressively move up till we get up to 2,000 or 3,000 grit, and then we're going to polish. This seems to work quite well. And then once we've done that, we will use this stuff. Now this is really, really good. this almost, spray that on now and that would almost be clear. It's really amazing stuff. So although it is clear coat, which obviously protects it from the UV rays to stop it doing that again, or to slow it down, it actually does make it pop. It's really good. So yeah, so I showed you this before, so I'm not going to show you again, but basically 600, then maybe 1,000. I'm doing that, sorry, 800. I haven't got any 600, I'm using 800. 800. The reason I'm doing that is because I go one way and then the other way, progressively move up, as I say, 2,000, 3,000, and then the polish, and then the clear coat, and then come and do it same on the other side. And that will save you buying new headlights. Now, I don't think we've got any. Did I notice? Yeah, we have actually got a broken tab down there, so we do actually need to do the tab on that. Should we do that first? Yeah, I'll do that. Why is that bolt undone there? Oh, it's not. Well, it is, but it's not loose, if you see what I mean. Okay, so we've done a little bit. So bumper's only back on temporarily. As you can see, I filled in, so I put in a piece of plastic in there. At the moment it's only got one little filler over it. I need to get some more filler. That down there has been filled. So that had staples in, that's been filled, rubbed down. I just need to rub down that top bit there, although that's going to be covered up. And then we've done that bit down there, which isn't fantastic, but because of where it is, you're probably not going to see it. We need to have a little play around with this. This is how this was. That's not because of me. It was like that. So this has had a new wing or something at some point. And these headlights, for some reason, not come out brilliantly. They're both the same. They're just they're not quite right. They're a little bit misty. So I'm going to have another go at polishing them. I have clear coated them as well. I mean, they're much better than they were. But when you compare that DRL to that, you can see the difference, can't you? Not quite sure why. I did it exactly the same as I always do, use the same product and so on and so forth, but it's just gone a bit funny. So yeah, so we'll get some more filler in here, and we'll do a bit more rubbing down, and then we'll get some paint on. I think we're going to call it a day now. So I put some dolphin glaze on that, and I've done some filling on that. I think I put too much hardener in the filler, and it's a very warm day today, and the filler's gone off really quick. It's going to need at least 2 more coats, probably 3. As you can see, it's a little bit bitty. That's fine. That'll rub down. Not a problem. And then we'll put some more on, and or dolphin glaze to finish off. But yeah, I'm hoping we got some paint. I think we got paint that will match this. In fact, I'm going to have a look. I've got my spray out cards from when I did the last one, so I could see if I got one that's going to match. I don't want to have to paint the entire quarter. I want to try and just do the patches that I need to do. But yeah, massively better than it was before. Afternoon, welcome back. So, as you can see there, we have the ramps out. Misses. So I remembered that today is the hottest day of the year. It's very warm. For the UK, it's very warm. And I don't want to be doing much in the way of car work, to be honest. I've already been over to my best customer today and repaired or replaced the join on the clutch slave to master cylinder, which was an absolute nightmare. She had an almost gravel driveway, and the little olive that goes in the pipe pinged out. Could I find it? No. I did in the end. I had to put the wheel back on the car, roll the car backwards to find it on her sort of partially gravel driveway. Got that done, and I was in the roasting sun for a couple of hours doing that. Far longer than it should have taken. However, we're back here now. I've had some lunch and now we're going to crack on. So I'd forgotten that on the MOT advisory, the last one, which is long since passed, it said that the flexi pipe was leaking. So I have bought one. I got it in the back of the garage. So I'm going to change that. I just want to show you what I did last night after I finished filming. If you remember when you watched the walk around. Oh God, it's warm in here. This was all knackered, so we put a nice new one on, which has got a 500 logo. And the bit that this clips into, had been glued in. So it snapped, and rather than buying a new one, they'd glued the thing in. So that is now all in, nice and secure. The original knob put back on, if you remember, it was all loose. It's now nice and tight, doesn't move, so that's another job done. Right, there's the old one. Just state of the bracket. They always end up like that. You get a spanner on it. As soon as you turn it, it just snaps. and as you can see, a nice straight cut there. Look at the state of it. I had to tidy that up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to, next time I have to do one of these, I'm definitely going to buy a reciprocating saw. I wonder if Ryobi do one, actually, because I've got the batteries, haven't I? So I think I might get one. Yeah, so new one. Let me just get underneath and have a look. I have real trouble getting out from underneath this car. I'm getting too old for this. There you go, there's the new one. 2 clamps. Use the clamps in the right place this time, unlike the last one I did where I put the big clamp up that end. Did it wrong. That's all clamped, and then just extra. I always like to put a little bit of extra paste sort of at the joint. I know it doesn't look very pretty, but I don't care. If it seals it, it seals it. We don't want advisories on the MOT if we can help it. So yeah, so that's done. So I've done some more filling, and I put the dolphin glaze on, and then I decided to try and smooth it out a little bit more, and in this heat it's just going off too quickly. So it's gone like that again, so I'm going to have to, when that's completely dry, I'm going to have to rub that down again and then apply another coat of dolphin glaze. Very annoying. I shouldn't complain about the nice warm weather, but yeah, plays havoc with your filler. That one's alright, because I didn't go over that one again. Wish I'd just left it alone. I think it was going to need more anyway, but yeah, it definitely will now. We're getting there. We're getting there. Mechanically now, we're ready to go for the MOT, which is good. Everything's done for the MOT. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer before I get it down off of those. I mean, the cement will be hard now, but I'll just leave it up there for a while. And next week I've got another exhaust I've got to do for somebody else. The rear exhaust, that's easier, thankfully. Right, we have done several coats on this. I'm hoping this is going to be the last coat now. You could just about feel a little divot, but when you think what that was like a few days ago, a great big dents, it's not bad, is it? Hopefully once I've got the paint that I think is going to match. I'm just trying to decide how much painting to do. I think I'm only going to do up to here. That's what I'm hoping to do. And then we'll have to probably paint, I don't know. I want to try and do as minimum amount of painting as need be, and then obviously do clear coating as required. Not really sure how much to do. I don't want to end up having to paint the whole quarter if I can help it. Yeah. Right, we've got the bumper back on. It's all painted up. The only thing I've got to do is I'm going to put black paint on the bottom down there. It's not fantastic, there's dirt over it as well, but yeah, it's not come out too bad. I mean, it's not a professional job by any stretch of the imagination. It is a quick job. The alternative was to buy a new bumper, and I just wanted to try and improve it. So I took the DRLs out. I've painted it where it needs to be painted. I've used the direct gloss paint, which is an exact match for the creamier. Top tip, if you buy 268A or 268 and it's too white, get the same colour but in direct gloss, and it's creamier and it works. And I'll polish it, but you don't, when you're doing bits like this, you don't necessarily need to even clear coat it because it's direct gloss, so it is glossy. I wouldn't do a wing in direct gloss and leave it like that. I'd go over it, but yeah, it's come out all right. I'm suitably pleased for, I was going to say a bodge job. It's not a bodge, well, no, it's not a bodge job. It's trying to save the bumper, and just, as I say, cheap car, cheap repair. Yeah. So I've got to put the screws in the side of the bumper, but apart from that, it's done. I've put more filler on here. Going to try and do this tomorrow. It's been such a hot day today. You could still see that, and I think you're probably still going to see it afterwards as well. But I'm going to keep going. This is about the 5th coat of filler. So I've rubbed it down and put more on. We'll get that sanded back tomorrow. It's too hot today. It's really, really hot. It's about 30 degrees today. It's the hottest day of the year. And then we'll get this all painted tomorrow as well. And then the day after that is the MOT. So as soon as we've got the MOT, I know it doesn't matter about the wheels for the MOT, but I'm going to put the wheel trims on it just to tidy it up. I haven't bought any yet. I must get some ordered. Or I don't know. I'm still in two minds as to whether I need to put new ones on. I'm gonna rub that down a little bit and just touch that up. I'm not changing it again. You know, cheap car. I'm not spending lots and lots of money on it. It's going to be a nice car for someone. It's going to be mechanically sound, and I'm going to make a few quid out on it as well. I haven't spent much time on it, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll try and get it sort of almost finished. Morning. It's the next day again, the hottest day of the year. It was yesterday. It's going to be even hotter today. So at the moment we're in a bit of sunlight, but partial shade, as you can see. I've just done what I'm hoping is the last coat of filler, which is dolphin glaze. I'd put a load on there yesterday, I think I showed you, to try and fill that divot, and I can't see it now, although it does. Obviously I can't feel it because the filler's wet, but it did look better once I just sanded the big filler. The big filler. Actually, yeah, it's a big filler. It's called Big Boy filler. Big Boy, yeah. So I am going to use the old graphite powder once this is dry to sand this, to show any low spots, and I will keep going with dolphin glaze. It is minuscule, but it is challenging to do this. I think probably what I really ought to do is get myself some bigger spreaders, because I've got sort of quite small spreaders. I haven't got one to hand here to show you, but they're sort of that big by about that big. So for doing, it's all right for doing little bits, but when you're doing bits like that, you need to sort of go from the bottom upwards, I guess, and that way you're keeping it with the it's difficult to explain, the undulation of the car either side of the dent. Then you're filling the dent, and then the dent is sort of getting filled to the level of the rest, if that makes sense. I think you know where I'm coming from. Whereas the way I do it, I can't really do that. So I will invest in some for in future. I don't normally fill dents this big, to be fair, but I mean, when you think what that was like before, and I'll stick a picture of it on screen of it now so you can see. I didn't expect to get it as good as this, and I am going to keep going. MOT tomorrow, but it don't matter if that's not painted. I'd like to get that painted today if I can, and I probably will, to be fair. It depends how many times I've got to put layers and layers on, although it does, dolphin glaze inherently dries quickly anyway, but in this weather it dries even quicker. The only thing I was worried about yesterday was the filler cracking, because it's drying too quick, which it hasn't. But yeah, that was a bit of a concern, doing it in direct sunlight and in 30-degree temperatures. But we'll keep going. I'll be back. Right, it's all painted. It is in direct gloss, but it does need some lacquer, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, as soon as I've got the MOT tomorrow, I don't want to lacquer it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the light back in. I'm going to try in the morning just polishing it and see if that's enough to bring it up. Don't think it needs a wet sand, I don't think. Although I might try a little wet sand and a polish. But it's come out not too bad, actually. It could have been a little bit better around here, but all of that dent there is all gone. I should have spent a little bit longer on there, but bearing in mind that that was pushed in there, right in, I'm pleased with that. You know, I can see it, and I'm sure you can see it because we're looking for it. I think generally people won't even notice that. I am pleased with it. Yeah, could have been a little bit better if I'd used the old tape method of sanding, but it was going to be always going to be a little bit misshapen, I think. But the main dents in it have completely gone, completely disappeared. I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, well pleased. So yeah, I'm going to put it back together. I'm not going to do that filling down there today. I was going to, but it is 30 odd degrees today, so I'm going to leave it. And I might do it tomorrow when I get back from the MOT. Hopefully, not only with a pass, but hopefully with an advisory free pass. Okay, so we have polished it up this side and it looks all right. I haven't clear coated it because I used direct gloss. It looks all right. I'm going to wax it all, but it don't look too bad at all. I've also done a few bits around here which we had some paint transference from somewhere. I light sanded those and I've polished those up as well, so that's all gone. Yeah, oh, I know what we have got to do. We've got to try and either polish that out and fill those with paint, and I have got some filling to do around the other side as well, which I left at the time. I've got that to sort out, so we'll do that in a minute as well. But apart from that, we are getting there. It's almost done. I really need to get this car finished because I need to get it sold because I've got another car on it on the way. I've got that mark there to get out as well. We'll go over it with some G310 or G10, sorry, G3 or G10 to get some of those out as well. Now I bought on AliExpress. What I thought I'd bought both sides. I seem to have got 2 of those, but I haven't got any of those. My fake car bath has also got one of those missing, so I'm going to have to get some of those ordered. Don't know what the hell happened to those. I thought I had some, but I think I must have used them all. But I don't seem to have any, so I think I'm probably, for speed, I'm probably going to have to go onto eBay and buy some, which is annoying because they're more expensive. Right, okay, so today is the day that we take the car for the MOT. So I am pretty confident that it's going to pass, but it's not a given, of course. I've done a hell of a lot of work on this car. So I've got about 40 minutes before the MOT is due, so I'm going to drive down there now. Wish me luck, I'll see when we get back. So, we have an MOT, and we have a pass. Now we do have three advisories, both rear shock absorbers. So as I've got some, light misting of oil on both of them, so we'll change those. And the exhaust has a minor leak of gases, the exhaust gases. Now I said to him whereabouts, and he said it's at the front where you've put the new thing on. He said it's the front one, just needs tightening up a bit. So I will get underneath and I will tighten that up, maybe put some more gunk around it just to make sure. But yeah, that's it, pass. Right, we're going to call it a day on this one now. We're going to have one more video to come before the end of this project and we get it sold. I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of people interested in this car, but join me on the next one. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and please follow us on Instagram, Love500Salvage. You get little sneak peeks every now and again. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe on YouTube, doesn't cost a penny, and obviously it helps the channel out. So thanks for watching. Until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.